So if you watch the light coming along the cliff, you can see it shining in different places. So by taking photographs of it in different places, I can decide which place I want the light in most, which makes the best picture. Whether I want the foreground light when it was on the front down there on this bush, I can decide whether I want it on that rock face on the right there, or I can decide whether I want it behind that pinnacle or when it comes and hits that pinnacle. Because each bit of light, see now it's coming across that pinnacle sticking up, so it's defining the edge. So you just keep deciding, you just keep taking the pictures as the light comes along, and then when you get back, you can decide where you want that light to make the best image. And you can just paint it back in all the way through, as long as you don't move the camera on the tripod. It's exactly the same image all the time, and you just blend the bits in then where you want the light to be. So at the moment it's right down in the distance on the far corner. But I'm not sure whether I like it down there. I like it probably darker down there, so I'll wait for that to be dark. But in saying that, where the light is now, it's sort of tame in the front here, goes to the middle, and then it goes, your eye's drawn further back because of the light's further back. So it works quite well. And having this bush in the foreground just gives you some interest. But that sky is monstrously cool.
Is it?
Yeah. Even though the rain's coming over the top, as long as it's blowing away from us.
I know.
Now you've got light up on the top of the building, going towards that little house. And that little house gives it scale. So there's light now right in the foreground, but not in the background. So yeah, it's just, you can call it light painting then, so you can get light painting in different areas and paint it back into where you want it. So hello and welcome back to another one. We're still in Madeira and I'm by a lighthouse. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, over my shoulder, just about there. We're right on the furthest possible westest point that you can possibly get, apart from about 25 foot before we end up in the ocean. And we've got a stunning view looking down the edge of the coast. I came over here because we've had a fantastic morning. We went out with Remote Madeira this morning. They took us on a safari 4x4 out into the sticks to get a really cool sunrise photograph, and then we went coasting, where you jump off the rocks into the sea.
Any last words?
Yeah, upload the footage. Paul Compton, PDphotography.co.uk.
All right, send it!
Come on, Paul!
Out into the ocean, into that Atlantic monstrous ocean. We saw a sea turtle swimming around not far away from where we were, and then when I got in the water, I sat on a seal, and I looked up and I could see a seal bobbing around just feet away from where I was. I tried to do a bit of video, but it's not that easy videoing stuff without the proper equipment. But yeah, I'm out now in the afternoon. I could do with a kip, to be honest. I'm real tired, but there's no way I can miss up on the opportunity to try and get a really nice sunset. So we've perked ourselves on the rocks. We're having a sit down. There's a lot of photographers all turning up, so we're obviously in the right place. And we're just going to sit and wait now, wait for the light to go down. We can watch the sunset then over in the distance, and we can get the lovely golden light on the side of these cliffs. And you probably just listened to me talking. I was just talking about light painting, and you've all heard me talking about light painting in the past, where you take several different photographs as the light or the sun moves across. You can do it with clouds as well. So as it moves across and you get the light in different places on the rocks, you can paint back in the bits in Photoshop where you want to get it, just to make that image where your image, rather than just the one everyone else has taken on the cliffs. But in all fairness, 9 times out of 10 when I get home and look at it, there's always one that's better than all the rest, and I generally probably just pick that one. I think if you heard me say at the last moment, the light was in 3 different stages. So you had the light in the mid-ground, light in the foreground, and light in the distance, and everything just seemed to work quite nicely. So I'll probably end up with that one. So I've got one just now coming up with the light right on the house in the distance, and that house just gives it scale. And if you just have a look at what I'm on about, I'm going to zoom right in so you can see the house right at the top of the cliff. Just up there, right at the top of the cliff, is that sun just shining on that house. So just to get one with that as well, that means I've got that just in case I want to paint it back in. Yeah, it's a beautiful coastline. You can see the sun shining all the way along that coast and just pulling it all together quite nicely. So that's what I'm doing. Camera set up on the little baby tripod tonight, and we are sitting down nice and low. And of course I'm not alone, I'm with Miss Marta, she's here of course. And there's the sun is going to go down over there, if you can see that. It's quite bright on the camera, there you go, it's readjusted. So there's the sun going down over there. And we've also got a photo on the edge of the cliff over that side where all those people are sitting over there looking back the other direction. So from this one point I can get 2 photographs hopefully, but that's the one we're planning on at the moment. We've got the tree or the bush in the foreground. There's a nice little bit of rock there to sort of separate this bit here. What I'm trying to do is also cut out that wall, so I've come in quite close, sort of about there, to try and cut that wall out. The bush is at the top, we've got this little bush at the bottom, and then the coast going out there with that beautiful dark moody sky. Also you can see the sky there is getting bluer and bluer and bluer, which I don't particularly like. So the picture I've just taken with that moody sky I could probably use and paint back in the nice warm colours on the cliffs. So yeah, cheating all the time. So this is quite cool. We're sitting over this side, and occasionally you get a couple of people come over and take a quick picture sort of thing, stood sort of just over on my right hand side. But if you look over on the left, over that side, there's loads of people stood over there. Look at them all over that side. And the scary thing is we've got some rain coming in. The wind's blowing towards us, sort of coming from my left. And if you look out, let me just show you, if you look out there, that there is a large rainstorm. And that there is a large rainstorm, and that there is a large rainstorm, and that there is a massive rainstorm. And they are all coming this direction. In fact, half a mile out, you cannot even see the sea anymore over there, because that over there, which has gone fuzzy on the camera, is mega rain. Be prepared for me to run off and get in the car because I haven't got my waterproofs. It's in the car just over the other side of that wall. That is mega rain coming in. You can probably see by the glow on my face the sun is getting very low in the sky, but there's some really thick cloud there, and the sky's so moody, but the sun's going to come out from underneath it. But the rain's just been coming across the ocean. It's been getting closer and closer and closer, but just as it's getting close to the edge, and I'm not going to count my chickens just yet, but as it's getting close to the edge, it's almost just starting to dissipate a little bit, so it doesn't look as fierce. But there is a lot of water right in front of us, and look at this, if I spin you around, you can see it's just here. So hopefully that bit there will just turn to mist and leave us alone. But what I'm doing is I'm pointing away from the sun, because the sun's sort of over this direction where everybody over there is sitting watching this gorgeous, beautiful sunset. But what I want to do is I want to watch this. See this coastline there? I've got the camera set up now to get this coastline, and as the sun comes up or drops, and the golden light then should just come up there and creep up and get a nice golden light. And if we're really lucky, if it hits these clouds just as it goes down on the horizon, we could get an absolute ballistic light show. So let's keep watching that sun and see what happens. Absolutely blown away by what the weather's doing at the moment. It's the sky has suddenly cleared away, and it's just left nice fiery clouds above us, but there's just no interest in front of me whatsoever. All the interest is on my left. and I just can't, it's just not worth me pointing the camera at the sun because that is so boring. We've got a massive, massive rainstorm on the right hand side, and then we've got some light shining, but I don't know what the sun's going to do now, but the sky is just completely cleared up. I thought it was going to be a massive storm, but it's gone. The rain.
Yep.
So it didn't quite happen. We didn't quite get that light come out and hit us in the face that we were hoping to. But what a beautiful evening. Just nice and calm, sitting down on the rocks. Everybody just watching the sun go past, and it's gone down behind some clouds, which is a real shame because if the light would have come down and hit this, it would have been absolutely blistering. It was tempted. There were some clouds up in the sky that were a little bit of colour in them, but it just weren't over these cliffs. It wasn't over the cliff face. I actually panicked. I put the wide angle on thinking that everything was going to happen. It was all going to go off, but unfortunately it didn't. I'll show you the image anyway. The image is still really, really nice. It's got a lovely flow through it. I can see the cactus, and the cactus is just right there in front of me. It's just fantastic to have these cactus, which just shows that it's not been taken in the UK. This is, you know, it's here, it's in a warm climate. It's quite a blue tone to the image. It's quite a moody tone. You've got the storm over on the right hand side, and then you've got the sort of softness to the background where the sort of rain's over in the cliff face and things, but it's all right, it's all right. There was a nice bit of a glow there, but it wasn't quite right. The lighthouse has come on as well, which is pretty good watching that. So yeah, I'm going to check out now. Adios, see you soon.